We've had a lot of that the last few days after all those days and days of those pop-up storms, going back to over the weekend, especially Saturday. We had some pretty organized storms that rolled through, and we had that in a few spots yesterday as well. And these are actually moving as opposed to all those pop-up downpours that just sit and don't go anywhere. Yeah, this has been a pretty active morning across western, southwestern, south central Oklahoma, even parts of the Oklahoma City Metro. Norman's had a pretty stormy morning. These are all the severe thunderstorm warnings, those yellow polygons as these moved out of the panhandle overnight and it dove to the east and southeast. These have been hail producers, some damaging wind threats with those as well, and they're barreling pretty quickly to the south, but they've stayed just on the southern fringe of our viewing area. Here's Pittsburg County, Latimer County. So the severe portion of these storms has stayed just south of our viewing area, thankfully by a little bit. But on the top side of those, the north side of those, you've had some rain this morning. It's been kind of a wet morning the last few hours. Pittsburg County, Latimer County, McAllister up to Scipio, down to Hartshorn and Wilburton and Tallahena. And there is some lightning embedded in there as well. So as you head out the door, again, Pittsburg, Latimer counties, be aware of the lightning threats, and you'll probably continue to need the umbrella, looks like, for most of the morning. A little bit of light rain's trying to trail its way up into the Tulsa Metro. The majority of this rain is going to continue to dive south. We might get a sprinkle or two into the area this morning, but there's a slightly better chance for a few scattered showers to drift in later this afternoon. So around Tulsa, if you're leaving now and you're not back until tonight, probably would be a good idea to grab the umbrella, even though you're not going to need it immediately here, at least for the first half of the day. This afternoon and this evening, widely scattered shower and storms, those chances for the Tulsa Metro start to increase. And you'll see that on the hour-by-hour timeline. Clouds hanging in. There will be some sun breaks at times. Won't be just totally overcast all day, but more clouds hanging in today, which will hold the temperatures down. A northeast breeze continues. 74 at lunchtime. How about that? Very nice. And a high of 80. And then a slightly better chance for scattered storms late today, this evening, and then I think a slightly higher chance still late overnight. Severe weather threats look like they'll stay pretty much where they are right now, which is mostly closer to the Red River, but at times as these storms swing through this morning and this afternoon, there's a very low end risk for maybe a hail producing, wind producing severe storm. Pittsburg, Latimer, and the Floor counties mostly the way it looks right now. So here's that look on future. The morning activity will gradually start to move south and fade away. Later this afternoon, that's when we anticipate seeing widely scattered shower and storms develop a little further north as opposed to south of I-40, maybe near and north of I-40 during the second half of the day. And one or two of those could be locally strong, locally heavy with some thunder and lightning and some gusty wind potential, maybe even some small hail. We'll see that swing through quickly this evening into tonight, and then potentially some more redevelopment early tomorrow morning. All these rounds of showers and storms, as they move through and kind of stabilize the atmosphere, it's kind of, a cumulative effect. They impact what's going to happen after that. So we're expecting some more shower and storms tomorrow morning, but all these rounds of storms may stabilize us enough that by the time we hit Tuesday afternoon, storm chances start to diminish a little bit more, at least the way that it's trending right now. And Tuesday's temperatures below normal by several degrees, which will also be very enjoyable. And I would suggest that you enjoy that if you don't like the summer heat, because look where we go on the rest of the 7 days. The rain chances fade away, upper 80s Wednesday, low 90s Thursday and Friday. Here comes summertime, much warmer mornings, much hotter afternoons. Looks like we're climbing towards the mid 90s by this weekend for Father's Day.